Are you investing in your personal growth? Grand Rising, my friends. Congratulations, you made it another day. Um, this morning, that's what I have on my screen. But this morning, a lot of things happened that have me in a really, really dark spot. And there's no one else to freaking talk to or except just take ownership for everything that I've done. And I'm really sad, and you can see that I've been tearing up and crying. The hardest thing anyone can do is like when all the things come down to you, and you know that you're the common denominator and bringing a pain and hurt to the people that love you the most, or you don't treat them with the respect that you think that they deserve, and that's a hard thing to swallow. The only thing I can do is be better, and take actions. And when you hit these hard truths, right, they really hit your heart. And I know I talk about forgiveness, and it's just that when you break yourself, when you put yourself in position, sometimes things just come down on you, and that's an attack. And then you got to take a look at what you've done to bring yourself into that position, and then those hard truths come out. You know, I put my family in a position, I put Nicole in a position, and sometimes it comes to a head, and then we all get angry, and then you realize, like, wow, like when you're in a position, you get something that you get dealt with, and you're like, wow, how do I deal with this? And yeah, it's easy to say is to give it away. Yeah, I'm gonna give it away. But it still doesn't take away some of the pain and the hurt when you look at yourself so deep. So as I look at my day 52 here, I wasn't not gonna do the video, because it is all about personal growth, and this is part of it. The deep resentments and the anger that you may hold to yourself, that comes up, you know, and that's all about personal growth. And you know, building my relationship with God is you know, it's fantastic. That's one thing I'm you know, like, I'm going through this regeneration book at church, and it's a 12-step program. I've never done a 12-step. You know, God, help me understand the sources of my sin. That's what this was. Step 1, admit. This is week 2, day 1, right? So whatever you believe in, all this is happening for a purpose and a reason, right? And it goes to what I'm saying here is continuous learning. All I ever wanted to do and be is to make a difference and impact the people that I love and care about the most. And I've fallen short of that in many times in my area, and that's part of all the growth, right? No one wakes up one day, you know, thinking the blind spots. You know, you don't wake up, you know, and taking the ownership of it. You know, continuous learning, seeking knowledge to expanding your horizons. You know. Sometimes we lose sight of what's right in front of our faces and who's really been there for me. And there's been so many people that have been there for me that I'd probably take for granted, and that's probably what I'm going through right now. The only thing you can do is pick yourself up and just be real about it and authentic, and that's why I'm sharing this with you, because you're gonna get beat down, and you can allow yourself to be beat down, but you gotta pick yourself up, make amends, and I'm just sorry for all those that I've hurt in the past, not knowing that I've done that. Sometimes we don't even know what we say, think, or do, and we think everything's okay, but it's not. And that's all part of personal growth. So should you invest in your personal growth? Absolutely. Should you do continuous learning and skill enhancement? Absolutely. Should you do the third thing, which is self-reflection? Like, I have a whole line of 100 days all laid out right here. That's why I looked down just to get the topic and to kind of touch on it. Regularly assess your progress for your improvement, right? And sometimes the hard realities hit and it hurts because it's only you that you have to look at in the mirror, and you have the ability to move forward on it, right? Yeah, I have great programs, great projects, great people in my life, but sometimes you gotta sit back and take inventory of yourself. And we're not even in inventory yet. I've never done a 12-step program through this regeneration, and this is right where I'm supposed to be, and I'm only on week 2 of this of this program with a bunch of guys and gals, and we separate ourselves into men's groups and women's groups. And I feel like I'm on the right path, and sometimes you just, when the reality hits, it hurts. It hurts. And it's just worldly stuff too. I mean, it's just tough sometimes, and I know you may be struggling going through whatever you're going through, and I'm still gonna put this out there just because this is just real and raw, and it's just gonna become better and better. However it's gonna turn out, and you have to take the necessary actions to become better. And I commit to becoming better, to Nicole, to everyone around me, to hold myself accountable even more. And just it's the only thing we can do, you know. So invest in your personal growth. Consider the importance of personal development, finding your faith in your God, who I believe in, whether it's your high vibrations, the universe, or Allah, or whatever you believe in. Continue to move forward, but you're going to have your days where the self-reflection comes to a head, or you get into an argument with someone you deeply care about, and you don't realize what you've done until they point it out. And those are the hard conversations that you have to have with the people you care about the most, right? Because that's all part of it. And we don't know unless someone tells you, right? And it's your actions that place upon people that you think it's okay, but maybe it wasn't. Snide comments, snide remarks, condensation. These are all things that I'm working on and struggling with. My pride, like end all, like I'm not the end all be all. I'm not perfect. I know that. And then I can only speak for myself, just like you can only speak for yourself. And owning it is really the only thing you can do. And you can only accept it, move forward, cast it all away, give it away, leave it at the cross, and move forward. And that's all we can do. So self-reflection, investing in yourself, however you want to do it, whether it's through your church, through personal development, through meditation, I highly encourage it. You're going to have your low days. I'm not going to not do my video. That's why I wanted to come on here and say, you got this. And it's all going to work out. Don't give up. Continue to move forward and be grateful that you are here. People do count on you. And it's just sometimes for myself, being hard on myself, or I don't know if it's self-pity. It's not self-pity. It's just ownership. It's really just ownership. And you have to kind of make sure that you really take full ownership of where you are. And it's everything up until this point in my life I've created. And I'm sorry if I've ever hurt you. I love you guys. Thank you for watching and listening, and have an excellent day. All right, bye-bye.